Hello YouTube land, Sasquatch here from Sas Gaming with another patch notes review. This one for Modern Warfare and Warzone for Call of Duty. The patch on PC, a massive 50 plus gigabytes download, would have had all the internet hardwired for the last couple of hours. But let's have a quick read through and see what are the major changes that they've done. Launch week, there's a Warzone map update for the subway system. So I'm thinking this is most likely then downtown where the train goes very low. You can access the subway there, where a person would be able to go down the steps and sometimes right from underneath, close to where the Ferris wheel is. Most likely there. I can't think of any other places where they'll be able to access, because I'm thinking the subway system needs to link into the train system. A new game mode, Armored Royale, so I'm assuming a lot of trucks on the map when you drive around with trucks. New operators, Farah and Nikolai. That's going to be interesting. Farah, of course, one of the characters in the single player storyline. And then two new weapons. An SPR 208 seems like a sniper rifle or a scout rifle, and an AS Val. Large SMG or small AR, we'll have to just wait and see. And then new multiplayer maps, Mail Store Tank Factory and Broadcast and Station for Gunfight map. Verdansk Riverside is a new ground war map. New multiplayer mode, Killstreak confirmed. And new finishing move, Vampire Bat. So most likely something similar to where the crows would eat your flesh and kill you. Quite interesting. In-season changes, late October, early November, we've got Haunting of Verdansk, new limited time modes, rewards and more. So I'm thinking it's most likely zombies or things like that. Haunting does look like all ghostly. A new weapon, a butterfly knife, interesting. And then a couple of different multiplayer modes as the weeks go on. That's a quick overview of the patch. Let's quickly see some updates on the playlist. So for Modern Warfare, there's a Ground War, Gunfight, Blueprint Customs, Face Off in Station, Killstreak confirmed, and Season 6 Mishpit. I'm thinking it's most likely Moshpit. Season 6 maps, Broadcast, and Mail Store Tank Factory in Moshpit game modes. Interesting. And in Warzone, you've got BR for quads, trios, duos, and solos, Plunder trios. I like Plunder quads more. And then Armored Royale quads. I'm thinking most likely a bunch of trucks driving around on the map. Euro Truck Simulator 2020 Q3. Fantastic. It's almost Q4 now. Couple of fixes. Seems C4, a slight delay when performing a quick detonation. A beep will now play when the quick detonation is triggered. Also reduced throw initial velocity by 30%. So when throwing a C4 and you would like to detonate the C4 without throwing a second, if you have a second, then you throw the C4. As soon as you want to detonate it, you double tap your use key. Seems as though there will be a beep now, and also a small delay after throwing it, and reduced the throw initial velocity by 30%. So a person can no longer throw C4 across the map as they used to. So this is going to be making for a lot more balanced gameplay, in my opinion. For weapons, it seems there was a couple of bug fixes, nothing special really. Fixed a few bugs where the Pro Nip 5 view model positioning was not appearing as intended and could disappear in certain circumstances. Well, that's just silly. And a good fix for two issues where the player's watch and or heartbeat sensor would not be entirely visible when using the XRK chainsaw attachment on the Fin LMG. Interesting. And then the Origin 12 reduced very close range damage in Warzone. Now isn't that fantastic? No longer can a person run into a building with 8 rounds in his Origin shotgun and just go ka 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 and everybody's dead. At least people will now have a fighting chance, because that thing was so overpowered, made the Rock look like a little baby. Shotguns increased damage of slugs in Warzone, which I'm quite happy with, as a slug is a solid object that is meant to kill a person, in this case, and the current slug damage looked like beanbags being shot at people. Not very good. And then just increased brightness on the tac laser attachment for the Fin LMG. That's interesting. Couple of Warzone fixes, let's have a look. fixed a bug where players were unable to damage enemies with gunfire while on an ascender. So you couldn't shoot people as they go up on the cable. Well, that's just stupid. And then fix for when an issue where a fence with a white tarp over it near the hospital was allowing players to see through it on one side. So Warzone was giving us wall hacks by accident. How silly is that? And NVIDIA Reflex is now available in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, including Warzone, and will deliver latency improvements in GPU-intensive gaming scenarios on the GeForce GTX 900 and higher NVIDIA graphics cards. That sounds good. So, latency improvements with the graphics fix. A lot of people wouldn't know that. So, Season 6 is going to be quite interesting. I do hope you'll join me for some action there. And I'm wondering how Infinity Wars are going to start this transition mode to get Warzone from Modern Warfare over to Warzone and Cold War. It's going to be interesting because the weapon stats most likely won't cover over, but probably the gaming stats, wins, how many games played, score, stuff like that. Because I'm thinking in the Cold War there wasn't the type of weapons that you have now. For example, there are real world weapons similar to the ones that's in the game, like the AK, for example, and the M4, of course, and the SCAR. I don't think those weapons were really available back in the Cold War in the iterations that they are currently at. So it's going to be quite interesting to see the transition. But again, thanks for joining me with this patch notes. Do join me on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 5 p.m. CEST, for some action. If you liked the video, do subscribe to the channel. It'll help out a lot, and give this video a thumbs up, and also drop a comment on your opinion on what you think of Season 6. And do remember, good luck, have fun.